Hi guys, so I quickly want to do another video today for the new Tonic Designer's Choice set. It's the back to school drinks carton set, and Tonic did send this free of charge for my review, and all opinions are my own. And if you were to make any purchases through the links that I have in the description box, they are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase any items through those links. So the first video I made was a basic tutorial on how to use the actual carton die, because that's the point of the kit, right? It's super cute. And then I was thinking, well, I mean, it has so many dies on here. This is really cute to just make any card with, or adorn anything else you have with it, right? Because there's a lot of cute things on here. We were discussed that in the first video. I'll have the link in the description box if you haven't seen it. And then a subscriber said, oh, that'd be really cute for a Slimline card. And I was like, oh, I was just commenting to somebody else that it would be really cute to use these items on other cards. So, I made the other video a little while back because I had it waiting for the launch today. So I'm really happy to get back to this and try it out once more. And what I'm going to do today is just make a slimline card, and I'm going to make it very simple. It is going to be a shaker at one point, so we'll get to that in just a minute. But again, the unboxing, all that is in the other video. I'll have the link in the description box. So I already have some items cut down just so we can get started, and we'll go from there. So I have this really pretty kind of pink coral, what do they call this one? Fuchsia pink classic card, and I cut this down to 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then for the slimline card base, I have the ultra smooth card. Now this is really meant for your markers and things like that. So it might be a little overboard that I'm using this, but this is what I have, so I'm using this white piece of ultra smooth cardstock, and it is 8 1/2 by 7. This is standard A2 size paper, so I just had to cut it at 7 inches, in the length here, and then I scored it at 3 1/2, so we have a 3 1/2 by 8 1/2 inch slimline card base. So I'm gonna mat this on top of this, as you can see. Alright, so we have those, and then I cut just a piece that's like 3 inches, just cut 3 inches off of one of these here, because I'm going to cut out the strawberries out of this paper. So this is some Firestone mirror card. Really gorgeous card. You guys know I fell in love with this when I got it a couple months back with the last kit, club kit. Really pretty stuff. So I'm going to use this. I'm probably going to use this brown craft card in just a minute, but not quite yet. So I haven't cut into that or done anything with that yet. So with these guys, again, we're going to layer this up. So I can just stick that down now, I suppose, just to have that done. And then I am going to cut into that red paper, and the little excess from the ultra smooth cardstock I have right here that was left after I cut it, and then we're going to use that in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to put this down. So I know a lot of you guys went wild for the kit. Super cute, the designer's choice here for this month. And one last thing I forgot to mention in the last video was the dimensions of our little box. So I will tell you that now, because that's one thing, my reviews, I always pretty thorough, and I talk about those things and I forgot. So it is a 2-inch square base, so obviously we have 2 inches all around here, and then up to this point is about 3 inches, a little bit higher, and then all the way to the end is 4 inches. So it's about 4 inches tall, 2-inch square base, if that gives you an idea of the capacity of that. So cute. Okay, kind of getting a little higher with that, but we'll leave it there. So what I'm going to do is take this gorgeous thing where I mentioned in the review, the first one, that I love the strawberries right now especially. So we're going to take that little guy, and I'm going to use the frame and this the inner die, and I'm just going to run that through 3 times because I want 3 of these. So I am going to put that on there, and if you want to conserve more paper, you can get it closer to the edge, but for now I just want to get that right on there. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'm going to do 3 of them, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these 3 cut out, and they're so cute because when you pop it out, they pop out really nicely. And then, oh, I didn't get my edge cut there. I'll show you this one here. And then everything just kind of falls out, but it's just holding on to it because it's a nice thick paper. So I'm going to pop everything out in just a minute. And then I also want to cut this out in some of the white. The ultra smooth white, and again, if I want to conserve my paper, but again, just keeping it nice and straight there. So I'll run that through and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just kind of cleaning up these little bits here. And we have all our pieces. So we have this one. I'm going to play with this in just a minute. But for now, I'm just going to get these guys straightened out. And what my idea was just to repeat these, just like a repetitive kind of pattern. And then that middle one's going to be a little shaker, and it's going to be a little shaker right in here. So I'm just keeping them all the same. I mean, if you want to turn them and do stuff like that, that's up to you. But for me, I think I'm just going to keep them like this. And then I'm going to eyeball this just to make sure I have them kind of leveled out. Again, I just kind of made up the numbers like I do in my head. So I just wanted to make sure we're gonna have a good about a 1/4 inch in between each is kind of what I was looking for. So I'm gonna stick like this one down first, and then we'll go from there. Just want to make sure my little berries are going the right way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put some of this on the back here. If you want to use a ruler and be a little more exact about it, you know, be my guest. I'm really happy to eyeball things. You guys know that. Again, about a 1/4 inch, and then just kind of eyeballing the top from the bottom. So it's my first one. I'm going to hold it down, and then I'll do the same thing with these guys. I'll just kind of eyeball it, hold it down, eyeball this one, hold it down. Okay, and I'll be right back. So I'm just holding that down. I'm just using a little weight to keep down my pages as I was working as my little sections here. So there's that. I kind of put this in the way just so I can kind of keep it straight and, you know, try to center everything as well as I could. How cute is that already? Okay, so I'll put that weight on there. Maybe put some weights on everything else while I'm waiting. Okay, and this little guy, what we're going to do is just color him in. So I'm going to get some red ink, maybe some green inks, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these inks here. I am going to use a water brush just to get it on there a little bit easier, but very little water. I'm going to really basically just use this to pick up the color. But let's say I'm going to go in, and there's already some color on here. Get that red, oopsie, and put it on the little strawberries. And again, I'm trying to use more of the color, less of the water itself. So everywhere I see a little strawberry, I'm just going to come in, color it in. And the water kind of settles in, or the color even in the little berries. And then wherever I see a green leaf, again, some of the green, and then I'll dip into this darker green and just have fun with that. So I'm going to leave the little flowers white as I can. And just adding color in to these other areas and the vines, and I'll be back. And while that dries, so cute. Again, you can go over with some of the shimmer pens. That'd be really adorable too, just give a little more shine, but I think we have a lot of shine going on. I'm just gonna take this outer die, and we're gonna cut the smallest piece of acetate ever to go behind that to make our shaker. So I just have a little piece of acetate here. Again, you can use carrier sheet or from a stamp set or something like that, because it's just a small piece, or any kind of packaging. That's always works out real well. I'm going to cut that out, and I will be right back. So we have our little piece of acetate. I know it's hard to see there. And I'm just going to glue this on to it. Again, just like I did before, but we're just gluing this to acetate. And so I'm going to let this dry for a second, and when I come back, we'll put our foam on and get the shaker part of our card done. Okay, so again, just taking your foam, whatever you like to use there, and I'm gonna place it very close to the edge. And this time I'm going to cut every time I do it like that. And then this extra piece here is the right size for it to line up over here. So I'm just gonna take half of that and take it off with my scissors. And then I can use that same piece to mimic the other side, and I'll do the other edges exactly the same way. I'll put this on this side, and we'll do these two exactly the same way, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I already removed the backing off this. Look how cute. Okay. And so I have a little bit of that same crystal. I love this stuff, the quartz triangles. And I was like, oh, I need to order some more. But you know what? I'm getting more in the little jungle kit I just picked up from Tonic that they just put out. So if that's still available, I have a link for you guys too. They do have some weekend bundles that go along with the designer's choice that are really nice. Again, with some of that white paper, the craft paper, so you have a really great deal on those. And then I'm going to mix in some of this green to bring the green in. So this is the hexagons. This came in, I think, craft kit number 35. So I thought that was kind of cute with the green. And not too much, just a small area. And usually I try to pick every little bit up and put it back in, but okay. And then we're just going to pop this down. Now I'm going to lay that out just a little bit, because what happens is I always leave it in a pile and I stick this on, and then I have to really flick my card violently for it to loosen up there. Okay, so before I really push it down, I'm going to pay attention to how I have this lined up. Let's keep this way. I think it needs to go a little more this way. Maybe not. Maybe this way. All right. I'm going to commit. So cute. So it's super sparkly, obviously a lot of shininess, and then just that sweet kind of hometown look right here. So what I'm going to do is cut out some craft paper and some of probably the fiery paper. I'll be right back when I pick out the pieces that I want to do a little sentiment. What I'm going to do is trim out this little cutie here. Just out of the brown craft card, this whole round piece. And then out of this little piece that's left over, the fiery red, I'm going to do all of it. So this middle piece and the center piece, tape it down and cut that out, and I'll be right back. So put that away. Oh, I should have popped everything out, just have it ready. Sorry guys. So I'm going to pop everything out of this and then just glue these together. Flat, just like that, okay? I'll be right back. I'm not quite sure where I was going to put it. I kind of debated different places. I mean, you can put it here or in the middle, over here. I mean, there's lots of, so I've settled down with this one here. I think that'll be cute. And I have this twine that pretty much almost perfectly matches that paper. So I was like, well, this will work. And you guys know how I like to just kind of do something like this. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to get some going. Okay. Around and around. Something like that. And see where we're at before I stick this down. I want to put it like here under this, just to give it a little something more. So let me just mess with this a little bit, and I'll probably end up tying it into a bow, even though I don't really make a bow. I just kind of do this kind of thing and then tie it around itself as best I can. Something like that. Again, not really making a bow, it's just something. That's where I'll put that. Something like that. I just want this sticking out in the back. Okay. I'm going to put quite a bit of glue, so that's going to take a little second to dry for us. And then this here. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. We have lots of fun things still that we can still add. We have strawberries that we can put over the top. I was looking at these little butterflies. It'd be kind of cute to add some butterflies, but I think I have a lot going on. But look at the little butterfly, maybe a little white butterfly here and there, or you know, whatever color you like. But I think that'll do for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Tonic, for sending this for my review. I hope this gives you another idea of how to use this sweet set and do that little contemporary strawberry type card there. I'm going to hold that down, have some pictures for you guys, and I'll see you guys at the next one. All right, bye now.